Hello everyone, it's Dalton here, and you're watching Video Game Finds number 102. And this time, we have a lot of stuff that we got this time, guys. It was all in one shot. This was all done in one day, which is really, really cool. I don't think we've ever had this kind of, trip before. We would just get all this from one single run from around our local area, which is incredible. This is by far, so far our biggest, pickup in one day from our local thrift stores, which is incredible. On a quick note, real quick before we get started with it, I want to apologize, guys, for not being very active the last couple months on the channel. I haven't made any videos, and I apologize for that, but I've just been super busy. I just finished college this last semester in the fall. Now I'm getting really into finding a job and everything because if you guys haven't known or not, I've not had an actual job before in my entire life. I've always worked from home. I've always, done online sales and stuff like that, so I've never actually fully worked in a retail setting, so this is going to be new for me. So that's why I've been kind of, away from YouTube and stuff. I haven't had a whole lot of time to actually do the extracurricular stuff like I've been wanting to do, and life's just going to start changing a little bit, guys, so I'll still try to make videos for you guys. I really want to. It's just that for now it's just been kind of, boggled, and I'm trying to figure life out. That's just all it is. But anyway, without getting too much into that boring stuff, let's go ahead and get into all of this Goodwill and ARC thrift store stuff. And guys, it was incredible. It was a really fun weekend. Tyler and I had a huge blast. It was just great. This was all done on the 23rd of December, which was a Saturday. So yes, this stuff was all picked up well over a month ago, all before Christmas. So I've had this stuff lying around for a while, but now I'm getting the time to actually make the video and show it to you guys. Anyway, this was a good time to go because people were away for holiday, stuff like that. So that was, it was a perfect time to go and get games. So anyways, let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, first item here, it's not a Goodwill pickup or anything, but this was picked up actually on Black Friday, which was really cool. I picked it up from Walmart for, I believe, 30 bucks, and I thought it was a great deal. But it's Fallout 4 Game of the Year Edition on PS4, which is in really, really cool bundle. I think that was really cool. I haven't opened it yet, but this is really cool because it has all the DLCs and everything on it. So I thought that was a really good deal for 30 bucks. So that was really, really cool. So there's that. Then a few days after Christmas, I had a gift card that I got from my sister as a gift. It was a $50 gift card, so this, essentially was a little bit cheaper for me. But I picked up a crystal clear PS4 controller from GameStop. It was originally $65. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there it is. It was 65 bucks. But I had a $50 gift card, so essentially it cost me like, $15 and some change or whatever after tax or whatever it is. However much it was, I don't remember exactly, but it was like $15 that I paid for this controller. So very cool. I thought it was a really cool color. It reminds me of the original PS1 clear ones, so that's really cool. So definitely an awesome pickup for sure. I want to eventually get to use that, so that's cool. Alright, now we'll get into all the thrift store find stuff. So here we go. First couple items here. These were pretty cool. Got a Cobalt Blue Game Boy Advance SP, paid $10 for that. I'm starting to do that now. I'll put my prices that I paid for these items if I'm not keeping it, so I know how much I paid for it, so when I go to sell it and stuff like that, I know exactly how much I had in it, so I'm not, so I know how much I'm making and how much I have to pay for like shipping and all that stuff, so I know exactly, where I'm at on this stuff. But anyway, it's in really good shape. Very nice Cobalt Blue Game Boy Advance SP. No charger, but I have extras, so that's not a big deal. So 10 bucks for that was a really good deal. So very cool. And then I also found a silver one there, but this one actually has a really bad screen. I'll show you guys. It only shows half the screen, which I do not know how to replace. I'm not that technical with this stuff, so but anyway, it was only $3. So I'll go ahead and sell it as a parts unit, so someone will buy it and they'll replace the screen and they'll do all the works and they'll do whatever they want with it. So $3, I couldn't leave it there, so that was really cool. And then I found a this is the Indigo Purple Game Boy Advance, the first model, the regular model. This one has some bad audio. The speaker's really dead, but the headphone jack works, so I have to. That's what I I wrote on there as well, so I don't forget about it. But this was only $5. It does have the battery cover on it, which is really cool. Screen is really nice, not really many scratches at all. So for $5, I couldn't leave it there. That was a pretty good deal as well. Then Also at ARC, this was really cool. This was in their glass case. I had never seen one of these before ever in person, and I could not leave it there. I thought it was an awesome idea to pick up. So, but I got a Super Pong Atari machine here, which is really, really cool. It didn't come with the cords or anything, but if you guys ever find one of these and you have an Atari 2600 or something, this works with the Atari 2600 cords, which is really cool. Same setup and everything, same power cord, same TV coaxial, everything. It's perfect. So I hooked that up with my, I hooked this up with the Atari 2600 cords that I have with my Atari 2600, and it works really well. I thought that was really cool that this still worked. But that was just an awesome thing to see, because I had never seen anything this vintage in a thrift store before. So I thought that was absolutely wonderful. But it was only $10, so I was definitely not going to leave it there for $10. I thought that was an absolutely incredible price. So that was really cool. So I'm definitely keeping that for the collection. Alright, and then also there at ARC, sitting next to that Atari machine, was a PS2 Slim console here. I'll go ahead and show it in increments, I guess. There's the Slim. Unfortunately, it has a very bad laser and the rail system that moves the laser back and forth. I can tell because it makes a really bad clicking sound, which in order to fix that, you'd have to scrap a whole nother PS2 system or buy the whole rail system, which is too much money for me to worry about to fix and try to resell this PS2. So I'm just going to sell this one as parts. But the console here was only $15, which is not terrible because it came with a good working controller, which is really nice. It came with, unfortunately it wasn't the real cords, but it's a PSP charger cord, which I can still use, so there's that. And then it had one game inside, and that is Need for Speed Most Wanted, but I had the case and manual for this game. I just didn't have the disc. I just had an extra case lying around, so I put the disc in there, so that was a really cool bonus game to have in the console as well. So for $15, I can just kind of cut my losses with the broken PS2 and kind of get my money back out of that, and then sell the Most Wanted, that sort of thing. So not a huge loss. I mean, that happens. PS2s are like that all the time, so it's just a hit and miss. Sometimes you just got to take the bad with the good and just understand that happens. So, but anyway, moving on. This next item here was from the same ARC once again, which I thought was really cool. Most of this stuff actually did come from ARC because it was just all lined out, like they were just getting rid of all their game stuff for the end of the year. I thought it was cool. We found Xbox 360 first edition console here. It's the 60 gigabyte hard drive version. It's in really nice shape actually. It's not even banged up that bad. Just one of the memory stick doors is loose, but that's not very bad at all. I mean, it's in otherwise very good physical condition, and it actually works, which is great. I was kind of scared that it would have a red ring of death or something, but it didn't. It actually works perfectly fine. Good disk drive, reads discs just fine. It's perfect. But that came with the power cord and the AVs, which is good. And then it came with two official Microsoft controllers here. Both are the black ones. Unfortunately, they're both missing the battery packs on the back, so I'll have to order a couple of those. But that's not that big of a deal. I've done it before, so that's pretty easy to do. It's not that big of a deal. But the whole console with all the stuff was only $25, which I thought was a really good deal. Especially since, Xbox 360s are still pretty popular, so I thought that was pretty cool. So very awesome. I was glad to see that there and that it's working, so that's really cool. Alright, and then next we have here, I'm going to try and see if I can pick up all four of these at once. We've got 4 Nintendo Wiis, and they're all in very good shape except for one of them's missing the top door there, which is the one that actually is the faulty one. Actually, 3 of the 4 work very well. They're really good working condition, but the one that is missing the door doesn't read discs, which is an unfortunate thing, but at least 3/4 of them work, so that's good. But all 4 consoles here, they each came with 2 controllers. I'll try and do it as best as I can here, because there's so much stuff. But there's 5 of the Wiimotes there, and a nunchuck. There's a black controller in there, which is pretty cool. So there's that stuff. Then we've got some of the cords there. There's 3 power bricks and an AV. There's another AV there. Then we've got another AV. It's kind of all just thrown around, but I tried to organize it, but there's just not enough floor space here. There's 3 more Wiimotes there. And then we've got another power brick. Then we've got 2 sensor bars. And then we've got 2 more nunchucks and an AV. And then we've got a charging station with both battery packs. So almost all complete sets. The one that cost the most was $25, and that's the one that came with the charging station. The other 3 Wiis were $20 a piece, and I thought that was a great deal, especially since each one came with 2 controllers and most of the cords. So that was a really good deal. I couldn't pass that up. So very cool. And then also from the same arc, we found a. Here, I'll move the stuff here so I can show it in increments here. Found a fat PS2 console here, and it's never been opened up, which is always a good plus because sometimes I see those and it kind of worries me because they've been opened up before for some reason. But this one's actually in very, very nice shape. This was a really good pickup. Very clean console. I thought that was perfect. But there's the console there. It came with both the AVs and the power cord there, so that's cool. It came with a clear smoke controller, which is almost brand new. It's just got a small crack in the center, but that doesn't affect the controller at all because it works perfectly fine. And it also came with 3 games. We've got Ace Combat 4, which is complete. All 3 of these games are in very nice shape, by the way, too, which is cool. And we've got ATV Off-Road Fury 2. There's that one. And then last but not least, we've got another Need for Speed Most Wanted. So we got 2 Need for Speed Most Wanteds from both PS2 pickups that we got, which I thought was pretty cool, from the same location. But that PS2 was actually only $12.50, which I thought was incredible, especially since it came with games and all the cords and the controller and everything. That was a really cool deal. So that was awesome. Then next here we have, from the same arc once again, we have 4 original Microsoft Xbox controllers here. We've got 3 S models and then 1 Duke. One of them's missing the breakaway, but I have extras, so that's not a big deal. But the other 3 controllers had them, so that's perfect. And those were, I believe, $2 a piece, which is a really good deal. I mean, you can't pass those up, especially, if you need them or if you were looking for one for yourself. That's a great deal, especially. So very cool, and they all work, so that's perfect. And then next we have here, found 2 NES controllers. Both have the stickers on them from Nintendo Power, which I thought was really cool. And they also have the swapped out buttons that you could order and swap out the buttons and have your own custom controllers, which I thought was really cool. Those were $4 a piece. I hardly ever see retro NES stuff like that at this thrift store, so that was really cool to see those in there, which was really cool. And then these were $2 a piece here. We've got another AV set for an Xbox 360, and then an aftermarket brand Wii Power Brick here. So $2 a piece. Couldn't pass those up. They both work. That's a good deal. And then this I thought was really cool to see at this thrift store as well, at this ARC. Same store still yet again. We found a Super Nintendo Super Scope with the attachment, and it's in really good shape. The only thing is it's missing the battery cover here, which I put batteries in it. They still hold in there just fine without the battery cover, but that's going to dampen the price a little bit. But I have never seen one of these at a thrift store before, and I thought it was absolutely incredible to see this in there. I was super excited. But we paid $15 for this, and it actually came with the sensor, which I was really happy about. There was no cartridge, unfortunately, so I went to our local game store, Games Ahoy, and I actually found a copy of Super Scope 6 to put with it, and this was only $2. So in total I paid $17 for the Super Scope set, which is really cool. I already personally have one myself. I compared condition of the two. Mine's just a little bit better, but I still cannot complain at all for $17 for a complete Super Scope, basically. I thought that was incredible. So very, very cool. Alright, now we're going to get into some games, and most of these were found from the same ARC as well. A few of them are from different places, so I'll kind of go through them and I'll split them up, but I will go ahead and just go through them anyway as they're sitting. From the same ARC, found a copy of Final Fantasy VIII for PlayStation 1. This was $3, and we actually don't own this game at all in general. I thought we had disc-onlys of it, but we don't. We don't even own this game, so we're going to hang on to this one, especially since it's Black Label, because we don't collect race hits or anything. But for $3, I cannot pass up a Final Fantasy VIII. That was a really good deal. So there's that one. Then we've got a copy of Metal Gear Solid. I also paid $3 for this one. This one's actually a slightly better upgrade for ours, so I'm going to swap this one out with ours and then sell off the other one. So I thought that was a really good deal. $3 for that as well. That was a really good deal. Then we've got some PS2 games here, which I thought were Really good deal. Right here. Okay, I had to separate some of them out. But anyways, we've got Devil May Cry, the trilogy. We got 1, 2, and 3. I believe these are all missing the manuals, which they are. I can feel them. They're all missing the manuals. There's those. Then we've got a Driver 3. That one is complete. All these discs look really nice as well, which is good. This one we did not have yet, so we're going to keep it for the collection. That is Jurassic the Hunted, which is pretty cool. It's in really nice shape. That one's complete. Then we've got a Resident Evil Outbreak. There's that one. That one's complete. And then the last one from this arc, excuse me. This was a really good one to find. I was super excited to see this one. This one actually fetches a high price for PS2. 25 bucks is a pretty good deal, or a pretty good price range for a PS2 game. And that is Urban Chaos Riot Response. And I only paid, for all these PS2 games, these PS2 games were $2 a piece. I thought that was absolutely incredible. We definitely don't have this one yet, so we're definitely hanging on to this one. But for $2, that's a really good deal. And that was really exciting to see a pretty hefty priced game in there. That was really cool. So there's those. Alright, and the last little bit, I think, from that ARC thrift store we got here, we have a set of Wii accessories. We've got the baseball bat, golf club, tennis racket, and official Nintendo Wii wheel here. I couldn't pass this up. These were all bundled together in a bag for $1.50, I think it was. They were originally $3, but half off $1.50. So I couldn't leave all these little parts there for $1.50. So, very cool. I was mainly in it for the Wii wheel because those I can put with a Mario Kart or something and sell it. But anyway, $1.50 can't go wrong. So, alright, and then this stuff here is from a separate ARC thrift store. It's about a 20-minute drive from where we live, so it's not that far away. But, again, these were really cool to see. I'm glad we saw them in there. Not as much stuff as this ARC, unfortunately, but we were pretty much burned out by the end of the day because of how much stuff we got from our local ARC thrift store. But anyways, we've got an Xbox game here, Xbox 360, and PS2. Go ahead and show the PS2 game first. That is a copy of Simpsons Hit and Run. Unfortunately, it's quite water damaged, and it's unfortunate because this is a pretty good game to sell and play. We already own it, of course, so this one's going to be a sell copy, but I have to, dampen the price because of the condition. But the disc and everything looks really nice, but unfortunately, yeah, it's water damaged on the artwork, which is unfortunate because that's a really fun game, and it's just unfortunate to see that. But anyway, and then we got the Xbox game here. It's a Need for Speed Underground, which is in really nice shape. It actually had another game in here with it, and that is a copy of Ninja Gaiden, which I thought was pretty cool to see in there. I believe the Simpsons Hit and Run was $1.50, and this was $1.50, and then this Xbox game, this Xbox 360 game, I believe was $2. So. And that is Gears of War, which is really cool. And this one came with the bonus disc, which is really cool. And as a matter of fact, we're probably going to put this with the Xbox 360 that we picked up. So that was pretty cool. That's really awesome. So very cool stuff to find there, game-wise. Then from the same ARC that we got those games, we found 2 more S-model Xbox controllers. One of them, again, is missing the breakaway, but the other one has it. But still, $2 a piece, which is a really good deal. I can always get extra breakaways if I need them, so that's not a big deal at all. So very cool. All right, and then I also found there for the same price, $2, a white slim model PS1 controller in very good shape, hardly used, which is really cool. And then also next to that PS1 controller, we found 2 PS2 controllers, the silver one and the smoke one here. The silver one doesn't work, unfortunately. Has bad button response, so that's usually what happened with the later model controllers, but this one worked perfectly fine. But those were $2 a piece as well, so that's not a big deal at all. Again, if you guys are wondering about the sticker thing, that's just for pricing, and if stuff doesn't work or has problems, I need to mark it so I know. So, because I get so much stuff that, I stack it up, and when I go to get it like a month from now and I go to sell it or something, I need to know what was wrong with it or how much I paid for it, that kind of stuff. So that's the reasoning. So that's probably what you're going to see from now on stuff, especially if I'm not keeping it. But if I'm keeping it, then there's no stickers or anything. But yeah. Anyway, this last little bit we found from a Goodwill, and this was pretty cool. It was a bonus. I guess I'll show these first. These were separate. I don't know why, but we paid for these separate. We got a gray PS1 controller here and a black PS2 controller here. It doesn't work, unfortunately. And again, it's the same deal as that silver one that you just saw. bad button response. So I gotta either take them apart, try to fix them, or just sell them as parts. But the PS1 controller worked perfectly fine. So there's that. They were supposed to come with this, but they were priced separately for some reason, but it's not that big a deal. But I found another fat PS2 console here, which has never been opened, but it is missing the bay cover. But again, this console is in very nice shape, just like the other fat PS2. But actually, to close off the video, before the end here, it actually had something in it. So to finish off the video, why don't we go ahead and jump over to that last little clip, and you guys can check that out and see what was in this PS2. Alright guys, so here is the PS2 from Goodwill. So first we're going to go ahead and switch it on, see if it powers up. And it does, that's a good start, so we'll go ahead and see if there's something inside of it. Sounds pretty clean, that's pretty good. And there is. It's The Big Lebowski. That's pretty funny. I don't think we have this movie yet, which, when there's a movie inside these things, I usually think that it was mainly used for a DVD player, so that's a pretty good sign. But that's pretty cool. That's a pretty good movie. I like that. So that's pretty cool. So I guess I'll find a blank case or something for that. So pretty cool. So that's not bad. Alright, so now we'll head back to the main video. Alright guys, so that is going to do it for this video. Thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing, and telling your friends. Really helps us out. I really love seeing you guys coming back and checking out videos. Even though I don't post them as often as I'd like to, I'm still glad you guys still are interested and still, stay in touch and come back and check out the videos and see all the cool stuff that we find. But thank you for sticking through this long video. I know it was pretty long, but it was really definitely worth showing you guys this stuff because it was really cool to find it all. And I couldn't believe it was all found in one single day. And they were from 3 different locations, 2 Arcs and a Goodwill. And that's just a massive amount of stuff. We've never found that much stuff in one single day from 3 places like that at once. It was just absolutely insanity. But anyway, thank you guys a lot. I'll stay in touch as much as I can with videos if I can. Again, I'm busy. And I'm going to be, I'm on the job hunt right now for, a job, so I'm going to start working here real soon. I'm not sure when, but once I get hired on, time schedules are going to change a lot, and that's, I can guarantee. So, but I'll definitely try to keep up with the videos as much as I can. So, we're getting game stuff all the time, and that's not going away, no matter what happens. So, thank you guys so much for sticking around, and I will see you guys in the next one. See you later, guys.
Yeah, let's go. I ain't the first with the curse, with the thirst that I wanna be better, not worse, man it hurts. I'm on this earth with my words and I put them all together, insert, cause I wanna have worth. Working hella hard till they put me in the dirt. Gonna go far, man, listen to my words. Gonna be a star.